How the Japan's Maglev train works, the fastest train. Imagine moving at breakneck speeds over the rural landscape of Japan. Your vehicle is not even making contact with the earth with its wheels. You are, in point of fact, floating. This once impossible experience may soon be within reach thanks to Japan's well-known Maglev bullet trains, which hold the record for being the world's fastest train. The extensive in Japan, which has been running continuously since 1964, has already earned the country a great deal of notoriety. When commuter transportation becomes available in a few short years, the Maglev will take precedence over the world's currently fastest trains. This change will take place in a matter of a few short years. How Maglev trains work. Émile Bachelet, an American engineer of French descent, was the first person to submit patent applications for technologies related to magnetic levitation, Maglev, all the way back in the early 1910s. Even earlier than that, in 1904, Robert Goddard, an American professor and inventor, had authored a paper explaining the concept of maglev levitation. Source: Wichchi. It wasn't long before engineers began planning train systems based on this vision of the future, and it didn't take much imagination to do so. They anticipated that in the not-too-distant future, passengers will soon be able to board magnetically powered vehicles and travel from one location to another at a high rate of speed, free from many of the maintenance and safety concerns that are associated with conventional railroads. The absence of an engine is the primary characteristic that differentiates a maglev train from a regular train. At the very least, a maglev train does not have the type of engine that is used to propel conventional train cars down steel tracks. The engine that powers maglev trains is not particularly noticeable to passengers. The train is propelled not by the combustion of fossil fuels, but rather by the combined magnetic field produced by electrified coils embedded in the guideway walls and the track itself. If you've ever fiddled about with magnets, you probably already know that magnets with opposite poles attract each other, whereas magnets with like poles push against each other. The use of electromagnetic force to propel a vehicle relies on this fundamental idea. Electromagnets, like other types of magnets, have the ability to attract metal objects. However, the magnetic pull that they exert is only transitory. By simply connecting the positive and negative ends of a copper wire to the respective terminals of an AAC or D-cell battery, you may quickly and inexpensively fashion a simple electromagnet for your own use. This results in the creation of a very weak magnetic field. It is possible to eliminate the magnetic field by separating either end of the wire from its connection to the battery. Beginning in the 1970s, the Central Japan Railway Company and the Railway Technical Research Institute collaborated on the development of maglev, also known as superconducting magnetic trains. Magnetic repulsion is the driving force behind the operation of maglev trains, which include cars that are attached to the rail. The term magnetic levitation was derived from the phrases magnetic and levitation. By utilizing an electrodynamic suspension system, also known as an EDS, the magnetic levitation, also known as the floating of the train, can be accomplished. The electromagnets that make up the rails, also known as guideways, are formed by two sets of cross-connected metal coils that are twisted into a figure-8 configuration. Electromagnets that are superconducting and termed bogies can be found on the actual train. When it is at a halt, the train is supported by rubber wheels. In order for the train to start moving, it must first travel forward gently on these wheels, which enables the magnets that are located beneath the train to contact with the magnets that are located in the guideway. When the train is traveling at a speed of 150 kilometers per hour, 93 miles per hour, the magnetic force is powerful enough to lift the train 100 millimeters, 4 inches, off the ground. This removes the need for friction, which enables the train to go at even higher speeds. The train is propelled ahead and kept centered within the guideway by the very same magnetic forces that are responsible for lifting it. This is the same technology that is employed by Tesla's Hyperloop, which results in an extraordinarily safe and smooth journey for passengers on the train. The future of high-speed trains, even while the maglev holds the title for the fastest train in the world at the moment, it will have rivals in the future. The current Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, has floated the idea of selling the technology necessary to construct a maglev line between New York and Washington to the United States. At the same time, preparations are being made for a Hyperloop train line that will run from Los Angeles to San Francisco in the state of California, USA, and may be capable of reaching speeds of over 700 miles per hour. The Chuo Shinkansen maglev line is now where the majority of Japanese inhabitants and visitors alike are pinning their hopes for Japan's future to be able to travel at high speeds. Maglev top speed. What is the maximum speed that the maglev train can achieve? In April of 2015, a manned superconducting maglev train was successful in breaking 2 land speed records that were previously held for rail vehicles. The speed of the train was measured at 603 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to 375 miles per hour. This is a significant improvement above the current top speeds of the Maglev trains running in Shanghai, China, and in South Korea, which range from 268 to 311 miles per hour and 68 miles per hour, respectively. During tests at the Miyazaki test track, the Maglev train was able to achieve world speed records that were previously held by the Shinkansen. The majority of Shinkansen trains travel at speeds of approximately 500 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to approximately 200 to 275 miles per hour. It is possible that future trains will be able to travel at even faster speeds as new technologies are created and put into use. The Japanese Maglev train route. The approval of the Maglev system and its entry into commercial development both occurred in 2009. By the year 2027, it is anticipated that the Chuo Shinkansen line will connect the cities of Tokyo and Nagoya. It is anticipated that the journey will only take 40 minutes, making it faster than flying between the two cities or traveling the present Tokaido line, which takes 1.5 hours and is accessible with the Japan Rail Pass. The route that is being considered will make stops at stations in Shinagawa, Sagamihara, Kofu, and Aida in addition to Nakatsugawa. The production of a train that could travel the distance from Tokyo to Osaka in less than an hour was one of the primary objectives of the Maglev project when it was first conceived. When the Maglev line is extended from Nagoya to Osaka, which is anticipated to be in service by the year 2045, this goal will be accomplished. 80% of the Maglev bullet train track will be built underground, and it will run beneath urban development as well as mountainous terrain. The total distance of the route is 286 kilometers, 177 miles. It is estimated that the project will cost the same in Canadian dollars as $55 billion. When it is finished, the train will consist of 16 cars, each of which will have the capacity to hold 1,000 passengers. At this time, members of the general public are welcome to participate in test rides for the Maglev. Maglev test runs can be seen and experienced by visitors at the Yamanashi Prefectural Maglev Exhibition Center, which is located close to the town of Otsuki, and the SD Maglev Parkway, which is located in Nagoya. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.